All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up? We back. Let's do it. Let's go right ahead and go on in. Shout out to all the brothers that have been rolling with us and the ladies that have been rolling with us this week and last week, all the way up into our conference. We're in conference season, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that, but I have a conference that's going on for men, April 5 and 6. Would love for you guys to be there. The Winning Circle Conference, April 5 and 6, Atlanta, Georgia. We're expecting 350 men to be there. Registration is still open. You can register at winningscircleconference.com. Yeah, man. And come on, man, and get your life together. Yeah. With a bunch of men, man, who are trying to do that. Again, it's conference season. I'm doing a countdown to the conference. Started 30 days down to the conference. I can't remember what day I'm on right now, but April 5 and 6. Somebody can give me the math. We're going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Perimeter Marriott. Going to have a great time. This is our annual men's conference. The theme is winning in what matters the most. Winning in what matters the most. So join us in Atlanta if you want to still register and get a special coupon code to get last week's discount. All you got to do is DM me, and I'll give it to you. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to give it to you right now. If you want to register for the conference, and you haven't done so yet, and you know the price went up, but you want the special discount that I'm offering, I'm gonna give you the coupon code right now. All right, here's the coupon code: Win 100. Win 100. All right, Win 100. All right, if you plan on coming to the conference, but you want last week's discount, that's totally gone. But because I'm going live and I just want to see as many brothers come as possible, wives, grandmothers, whoever, get these young men to this conference in Atlanta, Georgia, and you want to get $100 off, put in this coupon code Win 100, and you want to register at winningscircleconference.com. All right, I want to get into my subject matter for today, and I'm talking about the number one mental mistake that husbands and fathers make. All right, the number one mental mistake that husbands and fathers make, and I think that this will, I think this is going to be helpful in a lot of ways. It helped me because it helped me to reframe my role as a husband and a father, not just my role, how I approach it, and how I approach it in such a way where I'm successful at it. And why am I saying that? Because so many men have lopsided success. We're successful in some good places, meaning career, maybe, you're talented, gifted. But like my wife said, man, you may be Superman outside of your home, but you're Clark Kent at home. Like I want you to start winning at home. I want you to start winning personally. I want you to start winning privately, right? I want you to have 360-degree winning victories, that type of stuff. That's the mindset that we're trying to embrace for guys. And a lot of guys struggle to put it all together. I know I struggle to put it all together. Anyway, we play to win. And here, I just want to get into your mind, fellas, and just kind of give you the mental trend. I'm studying the book of Romans right now, and I'm reading Romans 12, 1 and 2. And it just talks about don't be conformed. Romans 12, 1 and 2. Don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind so that you can know what God's will is. And so understanding God's will first starts not with change of behavior, but change of mindset. Right. And so when it comes, the will of God for you as a husband and a father first starts with you not being conformed to the world, but being transformed by the renewing of your mind. Right. So my mind is different. My thought process is different. So I approach what how I perform as a husband and as a father. I approach it differently. I know I do. I've changed how I approach it because my mind has changed. All right. So everybody, makes fun of Herm Edwards back in the day. If you're a sports fan, after they got brutally beaten by, I don't know who it was, maybe it was the Patriots or something like that. And you know how these coaches are when, they just lost the game. They just lost the game. And, the reporters are drilling them, with these stupid questions. And I can't remember what the question was, but he has this notorious response this meltdown in the post game press conference where he was like, "We play to win the game." It's almost like, why are you asking me this stupid question? Like, I'm not out here trying to lose. I'm trying to win. I'm not out here trying to take an L. We play to win the game. Classic, right? And I know a lot of men are not trying to fail. We're not trying to mess up as husbands. We're not trying to fail as fathers. I mean, we're wanting to improve. I had a conversation with my wife this morning. I'm like, tell me, help me understand what I want to win. I want, and I think the majority of brothers out there, I know some of y'all think all men are dogs and all men are trifling, all men are trash, but I choose to believe otherwise because my mind has been renewed and that there's a lot of brothers out there that want to win, but sometimes they got the wrong strategy. Sometimes they got the wrong mindset. Sometimes they're running the wrong offense against the wrong defense. You know what I'm saying? So like we've got to have our minds renewed so we can know what to do. I do believe you want to win. Now, I want to share with you something. I had Katina Mobley, a former NBA player, played for the Clippers, played for the Rockets, baller, straight baller. But he and I have become internet friends, I should say, become buddies, and he's come on a lot of my platforms. But he said something interesting that I wanted to share with you all as it relates to how your mind needs to change when it approaches fatherhood. And I want to know what your thoughts are.
Work in general. Me, Willie, we that I know of, right? Like, I love basketball, right? Like I'm privileged. This is a privilege. It's a gift. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? You want to call it luck, so be it, whatever it is. But I love what I did. A lot of guys that play in the NBA, they don't love the game as much as what the game gives them. And that's just what I don't. They can say whatever they want because if you love something, brother, if you love something in life, and I swear, and I could be just this old grumpy man. If you love something in life, you're going to try to take it all the way apart.
There it is.
Right. And understand every intricate part of it so you can become your best at it.
He's using this as an illustration, his pro career, how he approached the game. He's using this as an illustration on how we're supposed to approach our relationships. Watch this.
But to just work out when the coach tells you to work out, or just do this when the coach tells you to do this, and you're not studying film and you're not helping other people and you're not trying to become better. For me, people say, "Oh, I'm a mother," or "I'm a father." I say, "I'm a parent." I'm a parent. That's what I am. So I obsess over whatever the title is that God has given me. I try my best to obsess over that title. Happy are small goals every day. That's what happy is. Small goals.
All right. So yeah, let me just stop it right there. He obsesses over the title that God gave him. And so he said in the same way that he approached basketball, studying film, he says a lot of basketball players, they just like in the NBA, he said they just like the idea that they're in the NBA. They're glad they made it. They don't study. They don't take care of their bodies. They're not in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Before practice, after practice. And it shows, and he talked about his relationship with Kobe and just, how there are certain guys that are just different because they actually love the game of basketball. They don't just like the cars, the clothes, and the women that come with the game, but they love the game. And he said, there's a big difference between loving the game and loving what the game can give you. And he's saying in the same way, there are some people who love the idea of being a father, love the idea of being a husband, but man, they're not obsessed with it. They don't study it. They don't seek to improve at it, get better at it. And this is a mindset shift that we have to make as husbands and fathers, meaning and men in general, right? That look, the role that God gave you personally, the calling that he gave you in these relationships, like some of you obsess over work, some of you obsess over career, some of you obsess over the bag, securing the bag, but do you obsess? Are you disciplined enough and hungry enough to win as a father, to be the best husband you can be, the best father? Are you a student of your wife? Are you a student of your children? Are you a student of yourself? He's saying this is the mindset that you have to have. He said, doesn't just work on the court, it works in life. And he said, some people in life just like the idea. They like the status that comes. That, I was talking the other day to somebody. I was just like, bro, I'm so sick and tired of seeing dudes walking around, you know what I'm saying, with nice sneaks on and their kids looking like trash. Like how is it that you got all the gear, you know what I'm saying? You got all the drip, you know what I'm saying? And I look at your kids, and your kids they be looking raggedy. Like, I'm not understanding that. Like, to me, because I love what I do and I love my children, I want them to be a reflection of me. I want them to have the best. I want them, like, that's the way it should be. But many of us do not take what we do seriously enough, or as serious as we take other things. So many of us obsess over video games. We obsess over our hobbies. We obsess over the car. We obsess over the job. We obsess over all those things. And we come home and we're lazy. We come home and we give the leftovers. We come home. We got the ring on, but are you really passionate about being the best husband you can be? Are you getting the help that you need? Are you getting wisdom? Are you reading? Are you studying? Are you a student of your wife? Are you a student of your kids? Like, this is a mindset shift. And then in that same conversation, I had Willie Spears.
I'm that guy. I was winning, and I was on stage saying, faith, family, football. You put your faith first, and then your family, and then football. But the truth was, I was football. A little bit of family, a little bit of faith. I'm in church, and if you looking at me in church, you're like, man, that dude taking notes. Man, look at him. He's locked now, bro. I was drawing up iron fronts and even fronts. I was drawing up cover 2 and cover 4. When I was supposed to be listening to the preacher. So I have been coach of the year, and I've been teacher of the year. But I don't think I ever been husband of the year.
Whoa, that part. He said, I've been coach of the year. I've been teacher of the year. I was obsessed over that. I gave my life to that, even though my mouth said, faith, family, football. A lot of us do that. Hashtag this, we got stuff on our social media, God first, girl dad, boy dad, family man. Listen, he's like, my mouth said that. He said, but my actions said football, 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 football. And he said, I was coach of the year. I was father of the year. He said, I was coach of the year. I was teacher of the year. He said, I was never father of the year. Wow. And so, my wife and I actually started this thing called the Husband of the Year Challenge that we had a little while ago, trying to help men to like, let's start winning as husbands. Let's be husband, father of the year. Like, you want business of the year. Bro, your stuff lopsided. let him finish.
Right. I don't think I ever been father of the year. So the truth is, if you want to keep it a buck, don't have me on here. Bring Tanika in here and ask Tanika, is this dude talking it? Like my Catino said it. Out their mouth, it look good. On Facebook, it look good. We got the camera on us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Doing a thing for my son. No, let me ask your son how many games you missed. Let me ask your son when last time you helped him with long division and college algebra. Let me ask your son when last time you sat on the bed with him and you wrestled him and you kissed him. Oh, he's 18, he's 17, he's 15. He still need that love and affection. So when you saw me in that room, I wasn't even planning to talk about that. For some reason, it came upon me to tell the story of my daughter. So I'm going to tell you 2 quick stories about my daughter. Talk to my daughter today.
Let him go. I'll let y'all hear that story tomorrow when I come back. But look, man, there is so much truth to what these brothers are saying. Coutinho, on one hand, the NBA ball player, should have been an all-star. Wasn't an all-star for one reason. Kobe Bryant, he's in the West. So, but anyway, tremendous player. And he was just like, man, I was a student of the game. I was a student of the game. And I did everything I could because I loved the game. I just didn't love the cars, the clothes, the jewelry, and the women. I loved the game. And he's saying in the same way, husbands and fathers, you need to love that. I said yesterday, I was being interviewed, and they were asking me about, fatherhood. And I was like, one of the first things that we need to understand as fathers is that parenting is not synonymous with woman, right? A lot of times we assume fatherhood means provide. But we don't realize that provision is more than food on the table, clothes on your back, shoes on your feet. But it's a lot of relational stuff that a lot of us are just absent in and just weak in and just not, we just haven't developed this stuff. Shout out to all the fathers that are working on this. I think, but I'm with him. All of us, and especially to the brothers that want to be next level brothers, embrace the mindset that I'm going to be a next level father, a next level husband, and I'm going to be a student of this thing the same way Kobe Bryant approaches his game, the same way Michael Jordan, LeBron James. These guys are students of the game. They just don't like what the game gives them. They love the game. Love the game. And then this brother says here that Willie Spears, he's like, man, I'm out here, winning as coach of the year and teacher of the year, but I never thought, oh, snap, I want to be father of the year. And how do we know that? Talk to the children. How am I doing? How am I doing as a dad? It's nothing. Listen, let me tell you, a good practice would be to ask your family how you're doing as a husband or a father. There's nothing wrong with that. I know many of you didn't grow up with that, and you feel like, you know, your kids should only be seen and not heard and all that type of stuff. But I'm saying, like, why not want to improve? Why not get an evaluation? Ask the wife, look, how am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Listen, brothers, you need to ask your wife, how you doing? How am I doing when it comes to emotional connection? How am I doing when it comes to supporting you? How am I doing as it relates to romance? How am I doing when it relates to intimacy? Both intimacy outside the bedroom, intimacy in the bedroom. Shit. I want to get better. I want to be nice. I want to be nice with it. You know what I'm saying? Some of you think you're nice with it. You're not nice with it for real, because you ain't never asked. And maybe your wife will tell you, like, man, you got some work to do in the bedroom, and you ain't mad about it. Just like, well, let's go to work. You know what I'm saying? Let's figure this thing out. You know, and let's practice. My point is like, you need to get to a place where you see your role as a role that should be improved upon. And one of the number one mental mistakes that we as men make is we get lazy when it comes to relationships, and the most important ones. So we give all of our stuff to the world, to the office, to the business, to the responsibility, to the job, and then we come home and just assume that here I go. It's just, come on, man. Like, we trying to win. We're not just trying to show up. We're trying to win. I'm trying to dominate as a husband, dominate as a father. I was competitive in sports. I'm gonna be competitive as a husband and a father. I want to win. Shoot, any brothers out there want to win? Any brothers out there want to be nice with it? Any brothers out there don't want to be weak and trifling and 500? Like, I'm trying to win. That's the mindset that you have to have. Like, stop telling me what you are. Show me that you are serious about growing in this thing and taking it to the next level. You know, this is the mindset that I think that we as men have to embrace. It has to be a mindset of self-development and improvement, but not just when it comes to making money. It needs to be self-development and improvement, and not just when it comes to degrees and career and promotion. What are you doing to develop yourself and to prepare yourself and to grow yourself as a husband and a father? Are you better as a husband this year than you were last year? Are you better as a father this year than you were last year? Like, no, we're not going to just be good at work and then be trash at home. No. Why? Like, if you're anything like me, and that's a competitor, you want to be good at everything, especially the stuff that God has given you an assignment to do. Like, if you had kids and you married, listen, God called you to those things. You've been called to that stuff. Kill it, murder it. I mean, win. I'm telling you, I'm not going to fail. Let me tell you why I'm not going to fail. And I love what Catino said in his video. Catino said he's not going to fail because he's going to be a student. He's going to be a student. I'm going to be a student. And I'll never put myself in the position of I'm an expert. And that's where a lot of you play yourselves. A lot of you play yourselves because you think you know it all. You think you know it all as a husband. You think you know it all as a father. No, operate as if you are a student of the game. When you look at Kobe Bryant, when you look at, Tom Brady, look at all these guys. They're students. They study the film. They read. They're watching other players. It's incredible. I was watching a video the other day. We were talking about Kobe Bryant and how Kobe Bryant was really struggling to guard Allen Iverson, and especially the small guards. The small guards would give him the business. Small, quick, shifty guards like Iverson. And so what this dude did is when he was in Philly or something, he went and just pulled some small guards off the street, you know what I'm saying, who got similar games like Iverson, and just played one-on-one against those guys all day till he could try to figure it out. I love that. You know what I'm saying? But, we praise guys for doing that stuff when it comes to sports. We praise the guy who goes into the workout facility, the practice facility. He's the first one there and he's the last one to leave. We love all that. I mean, we love to hear that. I love this guy. He's a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? He's a student of the game and blah, blah. We love to talk that stuff. And then we turn around and you ain't a student of nothing when it comes to the stuff that matters the most. What have you learned lately about being a better husband? What have you learned lately about being a better parent? What have you learned lately? I'll tell you what I did when I was struggling in my marriage and struggling, it was because I thought I was a know-it-all and I wasn't a student. And the fact of the matter is, I thought parenting is something that my wife did. My wife, you parent the kids, and my wife be out there doing the homework and, you know, spending time with them and stuff like that. You know, I don't mind coaching the team and stuff like that. But come on, man. I didn't know my children, bro. I didn't know them. And I honestly, I pulled one of these moves. I literally asked my wife, I said, how am I doing as a husband? And she was like, are you ready for this? I'm like, no. Well, okay, go ahead, tell me. And she just began to break some stuff down to me. And I started seeing myself. And I said, all right, I want to do better. I asked my kids, how am I doing as a dad? My kids, you know, my daughter said, you are physically with us, but you're not like with us. You're always on your phone. She's like, you're always on your phone, bro. Like, this is the type of stuff we hear. But if you're not a student of life and not just a student of money and business and your profession and whatever you're doing, then all you're going to be is you're going to be that imposter. Right? The imposter syndrome. What is the imposter syndrome? The imposter syndrome is basically these people who are out here, you know what I'm saying, who basically feel like frauds, even though everybody thinks they're successful. You feel like a fraud, even though everybody's like, oh man, he's doing great. But you feel like a fraud. You know why? Because you know you are. Because you know that behind the scenes, you ain't really living up to your full potential, that you know how to do just enough to get by, just enough to look impressive, just enough to look successful. But when it comes to the areas that you really need help in, right? That's almost like if you're right-handed and you know, your left hand is not your dominant hand, you need to learn how to play with your left, which means I need to learn how to grow in my relationship life. How do I that's not my strong suit, but I need to get better at it. I need to get better at the fatherhood thing. I need to get better at the self, awareness thing. I need to get better at the husband thing. I need to get better at the personal healing and the personal transformation, personal development thing. I just don't want to be chasing money and chasing success and chasing notoriety. And I am a half a person. That's the word today, y'all. That's what I'm on today. I want to get better. So listen, I want to encourage any brothers that are out here right now. I got, what's up, David? I have a conference coming up in Atlanta, Georgia, April 5 and 6. And the whole point of the conference is I want you to win in what matters. Like, I want you to no longer be this lopsided cat. You know what I'm saying? I got everybody fooled thinking he's successful, but you know good and well you're not. Atlanta, Georgia, April 5 and 6. We still have some spots left. We have 350 spots. We potentially have 100 people that are going to be registering today. So I'm just telling you, you need to get your spot and get it quickly. The prices have gone up because we are in late registration. But what I told y'all I was going to do, and I'm going to keep my promise. If there are any of you who want to come to the conference and the late registration, man, $100 more, I will give you the discount that I was giving out last week. If you want the discount that we were giving out last week, here it is right here. Use this coupon code. If you want to register and get last week's and get the $100 discount, you don't want to be penalized. You don't want that late registration fee. Go ahead and put this coupon code in at our website, which is winningscircleconference.com. Go to winningscircleconference.com. Here's the discount. Go to winningscircleconference.com. Here's the discount code. Go to winningscircleconference.com. Here's the discount code. If you forgot all of that, just DM me, message me, and I got you. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.